Amici di RadioWeb, Speedy Caraco, siamo qua di nuovo al Muddy Waters dopo un po' di tempo che non ci facevamo vivi. Stasera è un'occasione particolarissima, vedete anche l'atmosfera, è già buio, siamo d'inverno, è una cosa molto particolare, anche nel genere di musica. Siamo col chitarrista dei Leprous, si chiama Tor. Lui parlerà in inglese perché pur venendo dalla Norvegia loro sanno molto bene l'inglese, io tradurrò come faccio al solito, alla bene meglio. Scherzi a parte, ci facciamo un po' spiegare cosa fanno loro, chi sono, perché purtroppo pochi di noi li conosce, anche se in realtà hanno fatto 4 dischi e sono in tour. Ecco. Ok, let's start.
Okay.
What kind of music do you play and why do you choose that kind of music, since it's very particular? Mi ho chiesto che tipo di musica suonano e come mai proprio quel genere, visto che è molto particolare.
Okay. Actually, to label the kind of music in one specific genre, I think is actually a bit difficult. But I guess you can say that we play metal, we play progressive metal. That's usually the genre. But I think that's a pretty big description of a genre. So I guess we've just developed this I mean, our style out of bands that we have listened a lot to through the years. I guess from early on we listened a lot to bands like Opeth and Pain of Salvation, Porcupine Tree and Mars Volta. So we actually started playing in 2001. We started as a youth band when I was 15 and now I'm 27. Yeah, so we've been playing for 12 years. But so that was actually our first band of like all the members. So we learned how to play at the same time as we evolved. So at the same time as we made music, we also learned how to use our instruments. So that's one of the reasons we ended up with this genre that we didn't necessarily get together and said, okay, now let's play this kind of music. It's just something it's just become the way it has. Yeah. So when we make music, we try to just make the. I mean, I think we make music. We don't try to make the specific genre that we are playing. But I guess we have this. We have some expectations, and we still try to just make the music that we feel most comfortable with. Yeah.
Okay. Allora, ha detto praticamente loro possiamo definirli progressive metal, però in realtà è una cosa un po' alla Carlona, un po' poco precisa, perché loro fanno un genere un po' più complesso. Tutte le band che hanno ascoltato fin da ragazzini come i Pain of Salvation o gli Opeth li hanno influenzati molto, e loro hanno iniziato quando lui ne aveva 15, adesso ne ha 27, poi ha messo sulla band nel 2001, tutto così, era un po' tutta una scoperta, hanno imparato a usare i loro strumenti mentre crescevano, e non è che abbiano cercato un sound specifico, ma hanno pian pianino seguito questa evoluzione naturale, questo sviluppo che li ha portati al sound che hanno, e hanno certe aspettative, vogliono arrivare lì, però, vogliono avere un sound particolare, però allo stesso tempo non è da catalogare. Infatti molti li hanno definito, e questa è una cosa che dico io, li hanno definiti avanguardia, perché alla fine è gente che la musica ne inventa. Adesso vi dico, what do you think about the fact that many people have defined you as avant-garde? Because they say you are inventing some new music from, I mean, just new, totally new, nothing from back in the years. So what do you think about that?
Well,
do you agree?
Well, at least I take it as a big compliment because I think that's, I mean, that's kind of what we're trying to do. We're trying not to be too associated with something that someone else has already done. We're trying to keep an open mind, and we like to try having some new ideas, because I think that's one of the things I think it's important with if you're calling your music progressive, because I think to play progressive music you should have some sort of progression in what you're doing. So trying out new things and not necessarily be bound to whatever you're supposed to do. then I think so. And I guess if we are successful and manage to do that, then I guess you can call it avant-garde or whatever. But yeah, I mean, if people say that, as I say, I would just be glad. I think that's a nice description. Yeah.
Ha detto che prende il fatto che loro siano definiti come avant-garde come un grande complimento, perché cavolo, loro comunque il progressive vuol dire che ci deve essere una progressione, un'invenzione, loro è quello che provano a fare, proprio inventare la musica nuova, creare queste cose, quindi è bello, lui dice non posso fare altro che esserne felice, fondamentalmente questa che. E cosa posso chiedermi? Avevo troppe domande, ma al solito sapete che sono il conduttore delle trasmissioni che do ai numeri. Ok, would you like to talk about something special? How you compose?
Yeah.
Or why do you
I guess
come up with some ideas?
I guess I can tell a little bit about how we make the music in the band,
Yeah,
because
course.
we
Go ahead, say what you want.
yeah, the creative process in the band is in the way that we usually have some of us in the band have some ideas that we make them on our own, and then it's usually not. We usually don't do it like I come with a complete song and say, okay, this is our new song and it will go like this.
You come up
No,
with a riff.
yeah, we have some ideas, and sometimes, of course, it's more complex and more detailed. That okay, I want you to play that, and I want you to play that. But also sometimes we just come with the ideas, and everyone in the band takes part in the cooperation of arranging all the songs. But some of us have, the ground ideas and the basic themes of the songs. But then I think it's a nice way to end up with the sound that the band has. That we actually that everyone participates in this process when we're making music, and I really like that way. And of course, it's nice to try out different ways. And we've also sometimes tried to just if none of us has any ideas, okay, let's just try to play something. And sometimes it fails completely, but sometimes we actually also find some cool things. And many times also if I have like an idea that I present to the rest. And then we start to play, and okay, this is that cool. But maybe it's, hey, what you played, that was pretty cool. And then we just find something. Maybe we make something completely different out of one idea that you might have had to begin with. So, and I think that's also a nice thing that we've become better at doing in these later years. That if I have an idea and I present it to the rest, I'm not too protective of the idea. I'm very open for and that people can come with their suggestions, and we're not too too egotistical about no, I want to make this song. We just want the best. The song to be as best as possible. So if someone else has a good idea, then that's just good.
I guess it's not as easy as you are describing it, is it?
No, of course it's not just like that. Yeah. No, but we don't have that many. We try to look at it objectively, so we can just do what's best, because we know that that's the most efficient way to do it. Yeah. Okay. And I think it's a nice and creative way to coming up with the songs that everyone can stand behind.
Ma hai parlato del processo compositivo che hanno loro. Come in tante band cosa succede? Che arriva uno in saletta, diciamo, in studio con delle idee e inizia a esporle agli altri, e spesso escono delle cose, magari sono diversissime. Uno dice che bello quel riff lì, però costruiamoci qualcosa, poi viene fuori tutta un'altra cosa. Adesso sto sintetizzando, però lui fondamentalmente ha detto queste cose. Ha detto anche una cosa bella, che loro negli anni hanno imparato a diventare più aperti e si frenano meno nel condividere le idee con gli altri, perché all'inizio uno magari è più individualista, ha delle belle idee, geloso, invece adesso sono a un livello dove loro riescono proprio assieme a creare questa armonia, a fare sentire questo a quell'altro, questo a quell'altro. Poi dice che non è sempre che tu arrivi con un pezzo pronto, è molto difficile. Ci sono quelle volte in cui dici vorrei che tu facessi questo, mi piacerebbe che tu mettessi questa parte qua e là, e allora esce tutto, però si lavora sempre assieme in modo da raggiungere quello che poi sia la completezza del prodotto, diciamo. Però sempre una spontaneità e cercare una creatività. Poi ci sono delle volte che invece provano e dicono cavolo, non abbiamo idee oggi, mettiamoci a suonare, a improvvisare, esce qualcosa? No, purtroppo sono quei giorni lì, però la musica è così, è arte. Ok, let's say maybe we can talk about your tour, where you're going. You can say anything you want.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, and we're now right in the middle of a very big tour. It's 45 shows, I think, that we're playing this fall.
Or Europe, or maybe even...
Yeah, we started in the northern part of Europe, in Scandinavia, and...
Since you come from...
Yeah, but actually on our previous tours we haven't done that many shows in Scandinavia. We have never toured in Norway and Sweden. We have had like one show in Denmark usually, and then we've gone to the rest of the rest of Europe. So this time it's the first time we also had this northern European part. So we started with like 6 shows in Norway, then a couple of shows in Sweden, and then to Finland, and then we went to Russia for the first time ever, and then down to Estonia and Poland and north of Germany and to Copenhagen in Denmark, and then we finished the first part. Then we had a couple of weeks break, but in that break we went to Japan and played 3 shows with both Leprous and also Ishan.
Wow.
Yeah, because we are his band. So we...
I didn't know that.
No, we play... We are... I mean, we...
He's a great fan of Ishan.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so we played 3 shows with Ishan and 3 shows with Leprous. So it's like we were warming up for ourselves.
That's good.
Yeah, that's very nice. It's the second time we're in Japan, so it's that's a very cool thing. And
so, how has the audience response been so far?
In
the new places you've been?
It's been a bit varied, of course, but we've had some big highlights that we didn't know what to expect, and then it was like, yeah, really good. For example, we in Helsinki, in Finland. It was the first headliner show we've ever had there. We've only played at some festivals earlier, but now it was like the most attendance so far actually on the tour, and they were really great audience. So that was one of the big highlights. And then some of the places we've been to on the first, part of the North European tour, it's some of the places we just stopped by because it was on the way from one place to another. It wasn't necessarily a place where we knew we had a big audience or anything. And then, like Rostock in Germany, it wasn't that big attendance, but still, it was on the way. So we played a show there as well. So, but mostly actually, it's been very good, very good. Like just a couple of places that's been a bit not that that great, but
it happens, you know.
Yeah, of course. And then also we started our second part of the tour in. I think this is the 11th show. We haven't had no days off yet. We started the 17th of October.
And tomorrow you're playing again?
No, actually tomorrow is the first day off. So
okay.
finally we get a day off in Montpellier. But now we started in Prague, and we went to Vienna and Hungary, like Austria, Hungary, Slovakia.
All the eastern part.
Yeah, the eastern part, Romania, Bulgaria, Serbia, and Slovenia, and then we played in Milan 2 days ago. Then we went to Switzerland, and then now we're back in Italy. So I think it's I've got a good feeling about this show. I think it's a good
tonight.
Place. Yeah. It's so nice in the environment. I feel a bit like home in Norway.
Really?
Because it's a lot of trees and mountains and everything. Yeah, it's very nice, and the rain. I guess
very black metal environment.
Yeah, actually, yeah. So I really like this. So this second part actually has been very good. It's been no bad shows. I mean, if you can call it bad, it's been only positive experiences so far. So hopefully it will continue the same way.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
Allora, gli ho chiesto un po' di parlarmi del tour, di come funziona. Mi ha detto che questo qua è stato il primo tour in cui abbiano suonato davvero tanto, un po' di più, su anche in Scandinavia, perché stranamente altri tour in precedenza non sono stati così. Ha detto che hanno suonato in posti nuovi come la Russia per la prima volta in assoluto, mi pare anche in Danimarca, che abbia detto che adesso mi ricordo, mi sono già dimenticato. Ha detto che hanno suonato bene in Giappone, in più loro sono la band Isham, che per chi non sapesse, la terza, il cantante chitarrista degli Emperor, grandi black metal sinfonico norvegese. Quindi loro facevano da band a lui e poi si scaldavano per suonare con la loro band. E quindi ha detto che finora si sono trovati benissimo. Nella prima parte del tour è andata bene, a volte un po' meno, tipo in Germania sono stati in dei posti di passaggio, magari c'era poca udienza, c'era poca affluenza, diciamo. Però sono cose che succedono, mentre adesso la seconda parte del tour nella quale non hanno avuto ancora giorni di pausa, tranne domani che invece sarà il primo che vanno in Costa Azzurra, e a Montpellier mi ha detto sì, ha detto che sono trovati molto bene, poi stasera ci ha sballato perché ha visto che qua c'è proprio un ambiente tipico scandinavo con la pioggia, i boschi, già buio alle 5 di pomeriggio, quindi si sente molto a casa, quindi sarà molto, diciamo, una magia quasi da black stanotte, e quindi sente che sarà una botta spettacolare. Ok? Just two more questions, so I'll let you.
Yeah, it's fine.
Hello. Okay. For example, what album would you suggest of yours, of course, of Leprous, to someone who has never listened to you, to your music, to that kind of music, to just start listening to it? What album would you suggest?
Actually, that really depends on I mean, yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, what kind of mood you're in, actually, I think, because we have released, I have to think, 3 albums, and but we've made 4 albums. Yeah. And I think it's a very, I mean, it's a big difference between all the albums. First of all, especially the first ones are
it.
Okay. What I was supposed to say was the first ones are a bit more. I mean, as I said, we started to play when we started the band when we learned how to play. So for every album, we've become a bit better at playing, I guess. So the technical playing on the albums are, slightly better, especially compared to the first one. It's a bit more demo kind of recording, but still, it's a part of our discography. But you can really see the evolution of how we have made music, especially because on our earlier albums we've been very experimental on the way that we have just thrown in all our ideas that we've had into
maybe your influences, because I could tell as soon as I listened to the first album, to the second, you were big fans of pop country.
Yeah.
Maybe
first albums, maybe not that much actually. Maybe more Pain of Salvation and Open. I guess
maybe
it's
my what I think, but I could hear you have some background of it.
Yeah, of course. And still, we have never, tried to sound like them.
No, of course.
But we just try. But I can hear that we have some influences, from, and just being a band that combines the clean vocals and growling. Then everyone assumes, Opeth. That's the but still, everyone in the band has listened to Opeth sometime, So of course it's not too difficult to see the link there. But and to your question about which album we should choose, of course my favorite album now is the newest one called Cold.
Because you feel more like.
I feel. First of all, we played the songs from the other albums for a very long time.
So you're sick of them?
But still, I can see the quality. But I think they have different qualities. And as I said, the previous albums, they have been more. We have matured a bit in the way we write songs. So in the older albums, I know the people that prefers those. They say that they really like they're very complex and they're very complex and there are a lot of ideas and a lot of things happening at once. So it's pretty much to take in. But many people, prefer that to have all those, crazy ideas. And then on the newest album, I think we have become a bit more selective when it comes to the ideas we use to make the songs. So, if we have one good foundation, then we build the songs more around this theme. So it's a bit more repetitive. That we repeat the specific parts, and in a bigger way you have to maybe sit down and pay attention to it and just feel the mood, instead of just having some crazy songs thrown at you, as maybe the first ones are. So I guess if you're in the mood to listen and to really pay attention to the songs and to the moods, you should listen to the newest one, Cold. And if you like a bit more craziness and a bit more speed, then maybe you should listen to more of the previous ones. Yeah. But I know that the two most popular ones are bilateral, which is the previous one, and then Cole. And Cole, this newest one. But also some people prefer Tall Poppies. And the first one I told, that's called Aeola. It's from 2006. Yeah.
Ok, allora diceva niente che gli ho chiesto cosa potrebbe suggerire di album per iniziare ad ascoltare loro, per una persona che non ha mai sentito quel genere, quindi né loro né cose simili. Gli ho chiesto quale dei loro 4 album scegliere per iniziare. Lui dice guarda, dipende molto dall'umore in cui sei. I primi album erano molto più influenzati dalle band che ascoltavano come Opus, Pain and Salvation, che ho detto prima, poi Porcupine Tree, però dice le cose nuove sono più complesse, allo stesso tempo in alcune parti più ripetitive, più strutturate, sono più da una persona che si siede, un ascoltatore attento che vuole mettersi lì, godersela, allo stesso tempo avere il cervello sempre attaccato. Quindi dipende da quello. Poi dice che quelli che hanno avuto più successo sono l'ultimo e il penultimo, Bilateral. Però dipende un po' dalla persona. Lui dice, ora come ora mi piace più l'ultimo, anche perché le vecchie canzoni le abbiamo suonate per tanto tempo, non è che ne sia stufo, però adesso ovviamente avendo scritto la roba dell'ultimo album, loro hanno scritto quelle cose perché si sentono più musicalmente vicini a quello. Quindi lui dice l'ultima consiglia. Adesso gli faccio l'ultima domanda, cioè dove sentire, dove trovare la loro. Last question. Where can people find your music, buy it, or maybe contact you, or maybe follow you on the internet?
Yeah,
we have some address, or
we have a
Facebook page.
Yeah, we have a Facebook. I guess just search for Leprous. I think it's
then you just Google it. Okay.
Yeah.
Then you find where to buy your stuff.
Yeah. We also have a website. www.leprous.net, which we also actually, I mean, there you can find all the tour dates and some, information, and also we have a web shop where we sell some merchandise, some shirts, and that's actually the only place you can get hold of the first CD, Aeola, because it's not been released. We just, produced it ourselves. So it's not in the stores, we just sell it on our own, and whenever we're out playing we also bring it.
So you got it here?
Yeah, we got it here. Yeah. And I guess all the other CDs should be available in stores and also on Spotify and iTunes, I guess, and and of course obviously I guess it's also available for illegal downloading. I guess you can find everything there.
Niente, gli ho chiesto dove trovare la loro roba, i loro contatti. Mi ho detto vai su internet, Facebook, il sito www.leprous.net, c'è anche lo store ufficiale dove comprare merchandise, dove comprare i CD. Dice che il primo album, che non è mai stato in realtà prodotto a livello, diciamo, in scala, così loro se lo portano dietro in tour, oppure lo puoi comprare online su iTunes, tutto. E poi bene o male è la solita cosa, vai su Google, scrivi il loro nome e trovi tutto. Così anche le date dei tour e altre cose, curiosità e via dicendo. Would you like to say something to our listeners?
Okay. Well, actually, regarding this tour we're at now, since we're playing very many places, and we try out some new places. For example, here we've never played here before. We played in Italy, but it's been in Milan and what was it called? Something with a T.
Torino?
No.
No. We might have a spider here.
Oh, okay. I thought it was here. Okay. So now we're playing very many places, and we might not go to that many places on the next tour we go to. So we're kind of like talking about it after every show. Okay, is this a place we would go back? So hopefully we can. I hope that we can have. We can see some interest in Italy, because we would really love to come back to play here on the next tour as well. So please just follow us on Facebook and everything. Just write to us. We usually we are usually good at responding also if you want to ask us any questions. And if we can see some interest from different places, we would seriously consider to come there on the next tour. Yeah.
Just can ask you to come to that place.
Yeah, but I mean, if one person asks,
yeah,
we probably won't come.
No,
but
okay.
if we see some interest, then
maybe
we would.
some music house owner or.
Yeah, for example.
Okay.
Yeah, and hopefully also people will come to see our shows when we play it. Yeah.
Niente, ha detto che il messaggio da mandare ai fan è quello, di seguirli tanto su Facebook, loro ogni volta che vanno in un posto nuovo a suonare valutano se tornarci, se ci sia abbastanza, se ne valga la pena, e allo stesso tempo dice ragazzi, scriveteci su Facebook se siete in un posto dove pensate che ci possa essere la possibilità, dove c'è tanta gente che è interessata alla nostra musica, o magari, come dicevo io, il proprietario di un posto dove fanno suonare, così, di chiamarli, se ne parla, si tenta di fare, di realizzare qualcosa, perché loro si sono trovati molto bene e vorrebbero tornare in Italia il più possibile. Ok, thank you very much, you've been so
Thank you so much.
kind, and well, how can I say let's rock?
Yeah.
Okay?
I think it was Treviso, by the way.
Treviso.
Yeah, that was the
Treviso.
city. Yeah.
Niente, ha suonato anche a Treviso. Ok ragazzi, ci becchiamo la prossima volta, tour dei Leprous, e spacchiamo tutto, ci proviamo, stasera sarà un concerto della Madonna, voi seguiteli, come al solito noi manderemo qualche canzone, poi parliamo un po' con loro se si può o se no, e poi YouTube, tutto, Facebook, vediamo.